Hey guys, it's Simply Cynthia and I am back with another video. Hold on, wait, I feel like you can't see the top of my head. Alright, that's a little bit better. Kind of working on my little studio setup, i.e. my bedroom. But I am back with another video, a fun video at that. I was scrolling on my Instagram where I saw there was a PR box coming out by Wet n Wild with no other than a collaboration with Disney. And not just Disney, Stitch and Disney. Like when I tell you, the box looked amazing online, but it just looks so much more epic in person. This is not the complete set, but I'll get back to you guys on that one during the video. But if you want to see what came in this Lilo and Stitch, more so Stitch Wet n Wild collection, then please keep watching. Alright, you guys, so for this package, it was a complete bundle that came with various items between mascara, makeup palette, bronzer palette, 3 lip glosses, a lip scrub, a beauty blender, and a brush set in a makeup bag. However, I had been sitting on this package for a while trying to film this video, and I didn't even realize that the makeup bag and the brush that wasn't even in here. I actually got an email from Ulta where I purchased this, and they let me know that it was an oversight and it wasn't included in the box. So just as a heads up, I don't have that in this box, but I have everything else. It looks like this. Like, how cute is that? And you can see the makeup palette, the bronzer palette here, the 3 lipsticks. That's not everything. All right, and this is the bottom layer where it has a, what is this, a body luminizer, a setting spray, the beauty blender, the holder, the lip scrub, which did end up leaking. And then it comes with a blue and black eyeliner and mascara as well. All this was $72, which is actually a huge value when you think about it, because there's how many items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There was 11 items. I'll do the calculation somewhere over here, but that's not bad for all these items. It's what, coming out to not even $10 an item at that point. So I'm super excited and I can't wait to get into it. All right, so I did go out and buy a few other Wet n Wild products that I didn't have, just because I wanted to be more of a full face, except for the setting powder, of Wet n Wild products. So I went out, got some more of my Incognito concealer. If you guys have been watching any of my other videos, this has been my go-to. I love this stuff. It doesn't move. It has a nice finish. It covers up A1. Then I also did my brows off camera, and I used the Wet n Wild, this is their micro brow pencil. I was actually very surprised. I got this in shade, what shade did I get this in? I got this in soft brown, and my brows, they're looking good. I don't know, my Honest Beauty might have a runner-up because they're looking flawless. And lastly, I got the Wet n Wild, this is their Dewy Luminous foundation. And now that I'm looking at it, camera versus my face might be a little bit dark, but that's cool. We can definitely highlight to kind of lighten it up a bit. I haven't used Wet n Wild foundation since I originally started doing makeup years ago. Probably over, what? Not 10 years ago, that's kind of dramatic, but it's been a minute since I've used it. So I'm super excited to see if it still holds up or not. So I'm going to wet my beauty blender, which is so cute. It's blue and it has Stitch on it, and it has a little diving board for it to sit on, which is so cute. This is so freaking cute. So it comes with this little surfboard. It comes with this little surfboard for it to sit on, which I also like because you can put this in your bathroom. And it has like a little kind of like textured part, so that way when you're washing it, you could just like actually get deep down into it, and it'll be good for your brushes too. So I'm completely a fan. The beauty blender has Stitch on it, which is super dope. So I'm gonna go wet this and then we'll get into the makeup. All right, so concealer is now concealing, and I have already, as I showed you guys before, took out the makeup palettes, and unfortunately the casing is broken. But that has nothing to do with the shadows themselves. That's what we're here for. So I am going to just try to work with it as much as I can. I love these blue shades in here. I love how there's a good combination between cool and warm tones in this palette. I'm gonna start with kind of a, let's see, let's just start building up the base. Just because they're giving so many options. And it looks like there's a few kind of like matte shades between the blues are very matte, this red and brown are matte, we have this dark one here, and we also have yellow. So I think I'm gonna go in with this kind of like burnt red color. So far so good. The pigment is definitely there. It is buildable, which I like. So definitely beginner friendly. But I feel like most Wet n Wild shadows are beginner friendly in general. Kind of like dark brown shade and darken up the outer corners here. Okay, so this is looking good. Now I'm gonna go in with this kind of gold tinge here with Stitch in the middle. I don't know if you guys can see that here. They're gonna pat it on the lid here. So honestly guys, I'm sure you can see it's not coming off as much. It's little, you have to like build it up here, and I'm gonna try adding that on top. So I'm patting it in because this is literally chunks of glitter that I'm putting on there. And you could kind of see my finger. Hold on. You can kind of see my finger here with the gold and that glitter on it there. So it's literally just chunks of glitter. Honestly, this is where I wish I had my NYX like glitter glue. Don't know where I put it at this moment, but I think that that would really make that pop. But it's still not a bad look ultimately. Okay, so now I'm concealing underneath my eyes, cleaning up anything that's left over on the side here. Look at that. Look at that coverage. Especially considering that I definitely have sunburn right now on my cheekbones that I've been putting aloe on 4 days. Like, that's pretty good coverage, especially for drugstore. All right, so now it's time for the foundation, and boy do I hope that this blends in. I got shade Caramel. Let's see. Oh, and it does still come with the spatula. OG spatula. Okay. Yeah, it's dark. Yeah, that's orange. I'm orange. So I think we're gonna lighten this up. I do have, it's not Wet n Wild, but it's an e.l.f. concealer that's significantly lighter. So I'm going to place the camo concealer down. This is their satin finish. And I'm just going to use the darkness of this foundation as contouring. I'm going to do like a reverse contour situation here. And then I'm just going to kind of let this dried down a bit, not completely, but dried down a bit, just so that way it has more coverage to do what I wanted to do, which is to do a reverse contour kind of stitch. So I'm just gonna let this dry down a bit, come back and blend this out. All right, I'm looking a little bit more, less banana jaundice over here. Looking good. Luminous, actually, very luminous. So they are right with this foundation. This is definitely luminous. Honestly, I think if I got this in the right color, we would be onto something for sure. So I'm probably going to get a new one, probably like a shade or two, probably 2 shades lighter, to be honest. I thought, to be 100% honest, I thought that I was gonna tan. I played myself once again. So I'm going to set the concealer down and then we can move on to the bronzer palette. All right, so I set my concealer spots with banana powder. I used the Jaclyn Hill actually setting powder. And I gotta admit, some of y'all are sleeping on Jaclyn Hill. I'm planning on doing a full video on her skincare line, well, cosmetic line, because I've been using her products for the last couple weeks and they're pretty fire. So I use that to set. I did an amazing job. It doesn't look, you know, weird or anything like that. It's gonna blend in with the bronzer and it actually feels very light, almost like the Airspun powder, but not as cakey sometimes as that can be. But anyways, I'm gonna go in with the, what is it, Hula Honey bronzer palette here. And like I said, it's just completely broken at this point. But this is what the shades look like here. You kind of have a lighter shade, a darker shade, and these can be used as a highlighter. And if you want more highlighter, what the heck is a highlighter? A highlighter. And if you want to add more of a glowy bronze, then you have that shimmer up there too, or if you're of a deeper complexion, you can use that one. So I'm going to start off with the Aloha bronzer shade up here. That's beautiful. Okay, the palette itself may be broken, but the bronzer is bronzing, okay? And I'm gonna go in, and again, there's no names. I'm gonna go in with this kind of highlight here. Woo! So I had got a lot of exposure when I was first putting on the highlight, so I'm gonna try doing that again for you guys. Look at that. That's a glow. We got luminous skin, luminous bronzer, luminous highlight. So for eyeliner, we have the Wild Energy black eyeliner, and then we also have the Blue Punch Buggy eyeliner. So I'm actually going to use both of these. I'm going to use the black for above the lash line, and I'm going to use the blue for where the blue eyeshadow is. So I'm going to actually start below first, like so. Ooh, wow. Okay. Honestly, it was very soft gliding on. I didn't get any tugging, which you normally get with more expensive eyeliners, at least in my experience. But these glide on really nicely. I'm a fan. Glided on perfectly. I think it looks super good. I think it just adds more of a pow to the overall look. And I do have the No Bad Days Stitch Hydrating Setting Spray. Gotta be honest, it just looks like water. But then again, I feel like most setting sprays just gotta look like water. I think it just kind of depends on the bottle they have it in. But it does say it's a hydrating setting spray. So let's set our makeup. Ooh, smells like coconut. Alright, so let's get into this mascara. So this is the waterproof Flying High mascara. It just says it's an intense black, so whatever that means. Let's try it out. This is what the bristles look like. They're kind of spiky, which I'm used to. My favorite Colossal mascara has kind of a similar bristle. So let's see what this does. Okay, so it's a mascara. There's really nothing else to say about it. Is it the worst mascara? No, but it's literally just a mascara. And lastly, we have the lip balms. We have the clear lip balm. That's, well, actually it says a wet lip oil. So I guess these are lip oils. Lip oil gloss, so it's a lip gloss. It's a lip gloss, guys. But we have a clear one. This is in Surf's Up. Really cute, has like iridescent reflex in it. Then we have Let's Rock, which is this red lip oil. And lastly, we have Got the Scoop, and it is this pink shade. Honestly, I think I'm gonna do the pink shade just because we have so much going on with the eyes. I feel like the red might be overdoing it. It has like a slight smell to it, but nothing too like overwhelming. It just smells like a gloss. Ooh, it kind of has like a tingle to it, not even gonna lie. It took me a minute because it was like setting in. It's not anything overwhelming, but it definitely has that like kind of mentholy kind of feel to it. But I feel like I want to change this wig, so I'm gonna be right back and I'll give you my overall final. All right guys, so final thoughts on the Stitch Wet n Wild collection. Honestly, it's not terrible. It's not a bad collection. And hold on, we like the wig, right? It was a better choice, I know. But back to the makeup, I don't think this was a bad choice at all. I think that the eyeshadow looks so good. It did take me a bit to get that glitter shade on there, but once I got it packed on there, it's packed. It's not going anywhere. The shimmery shades honestly didn't do much. From the pale one that I tried putting in the inner corner and the yellow one, those were out. Not even gonna try with those. But the blue was definitely impactful under the waterline and the eyeliner. I feel like just took it to the next level. The skin looks so good. I love that highlighter shade. The bronzer looks good too. As the lip gloss is sitting on my lips with that kind of like mint feel, they look really good. This is probably the most impact from a gloss color that I've had in some time outside of the e.l.f. Lip oils that I've been trying, and when I use the Roman K-Beauty lip tints, probably the most impact next that I have from it. So I'm definitely gonna have fun with those lip oils. The mascara was just a mascara. The foundation, even though it wasn't part of the PR package, I'm just talking Wet n Wild in general, was actually not bad. I love the concealer. I think that if I had got the right color and the foundation, it totally would have been, you couldn't tell me anything, A1. And honestly, this is my fault for picking the wrong color. My brows are browing. They're doing their job. They look fierce. honestly, nothing really bad outside of the scrub. I feel like the scrub was unnecessary. I did play around with it off camera. Honestly, it just feels like a regular scrub. I didn't think it necessarily needed to be a part of this collection. The body illuminizer honestly is oily. It kind of reminds me of the Tarte body shimmer. If you guys remember that, they came out with that body shimmer in like the square bottle. It feels like that, which is not comfortable to wear in the summertime. The oil itself, no. Lotion, cool. Oil, no. I'm not trying to burn. I want a tan. So I definitely want to stay away from those. I feel like those were unnecessary. The setting spray was a setting spray, honestly, but I feel like let me start over. Because this collection came out in the summertime, if they were going to do a setting spray, I feel like they should have did something more like the e.l.f. 16-hour spray versus just like a regular hydrating spray. This one hydrates my skin too, but it also helps my makeup last longer. This literally just felt like putting water on my face to set the powder. Not even gonna lie. So those are my final thoughts, guys, on the Stitch Wet n Wild collection. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I have reached out to Ulta to see if they will do something about the makeup palettes themselves, since the casing broke. I'm gonna see if they'll send me new ones, but if not, you know, I completely understand. But I just kind of wish it was overall like a better quality that housed these items, I would say. But the products themselves are workable, and if not, bomb and good on their own. So let me know what you guys think down below. What items did you guys purchase if you did get anything from the Stitch collection? Was it due to nostalgia? Do you guys just like Wet n Wild? Let me know down below. And as always, be brave, be beautiful, and always be you, because it is hard out here. And until next time, bye guys.